The greatest gift you can give someone is your attention. Jim Rohn. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Alex who was struggling in his relationships. No matter how hard he tried, he always seemed to end up in arguments with his friends and family. He realized that he wasn't really listening to what they were saying and decided to seek help. One day, Alex went to see a wise old sage who lived in the mountains. The sage listened to Alex's story and offered to teach him the art of active listening. The sage explained that active listening involved paying close attention to the speaker, asking questions, and avoiding distractions. Alex was skeptical at first, but he was willing to try anything to improve his relationships. So, he set out on a journey to put the sage's teachings into practice. Every day, he made a point of actively listening to the people in his life. He asked questions, paraphrased what they were saying, and made eye contact to show that he was fully present. To his surprise, Alex started to notice a change in his relationships. He was no longer arguing with his friends and family, and instead, he was having meaningful, productive conversations. He was amazed at how much he was able to understand and connect with others simply by paying attention and listening actively. Years went by, and Alex became known as a wise and thoughtful man, who was always there to listen. His relationships flourished, and he was loved and respected by all who knew him. And all because he had learned the importance of active listening. What did you understand from the story? This story illustrates the transformative power of active listening. By putting aside distractions, focusing on the speaker, and asking questions, we can build stronger relationships and communicate more effectively with those around us. Let's begin to understand the 10 important things to develop our communication. Active listening, paying close attention to what others are saying and asking questions to clarify their meaning. Empathy, understanding the emotions and perspective of others and responding appropriately. Clarity, speaking clearly and effectively conveying your message to others. Confidence, believing in yourself and your ability to communicate effectively. Flexibility, being open to different communication styles and adapting to the situation. Respect, treating others with respect and avoiding behaviors that can be perceived as disrespectful. Nonverbal communication, understanding and effectively using nonverbal cues such as body language and tone of voice. Honesty, being truthful and transparent in your communication. Preparation, taking the time to plan and organize your thoughts before communicating. Feedback, seeking and providing constructive feedback to improve your communication skills. We start to understand deeply one by one on the topics. Let's understand what is active listening, how to improve and understand the challenges. Active listening is the process of intentionally focusing on and understanding what someone is saying, both verbally and non-verbally. It involves paying attention to the speaker's words, tone, body language, and context. Improving active listening skills can have a positive impact on relationships, work, and communication in general. Here are some ways to improve active listening. Avoid distractions, put away your phone, close your laptop, and eliminate any other distractions that might take away from your attention to the speaker. Ask questions. Asking questions shows that you're interested in what the speaker is saying and helps you better understand their perspective. Paraphrase. Repeat back what you've heard to confirm your understanding and show that you've been paying attention. Give nonverbal cues, nodding, making eye contact, and other nonverbal cues can indicate that you're engaged in the conversation. Avoid interrupting. Let the speaker finish what they're saying before responding. Consider the context. Take into account the speaker's background, culture, and the situation to better understand the meaning behind their words. Some of the challenges of active listening include personal biases. Our own experiences, opinions, and beliefs can interfere with our ability to listen objectively. Emotional reactions. Sometimes we can become so caught up in our emotional reactions to what someone is saying that we stop paying attention. Distractions. The distractions of our environment, such as noise, can make it difficult to concentrate on what someone is saying. Time constraints. When we're under pressure to finish something, it can be hard to slow down and focus on active listening. Practicing active listening takes effort and mindfulness, but the rewards can be significant, including improved relationships, better problem solving, and enhanced communication skills. Some of the examples of active listening helps us on improving. In a personal conversation with a friend, you practice active listening by making eye contact, asking follow-up questions, and acknowledging their emotions. In a professional setting, you're in a meeting and listen actively by taking notes, avoiding interruptions, and paraphrasing key points to ensure understanding. In a customer service situation, you listen actively by giving the customer your full attention, avoiding distractions, and clarifying their needs to resolve their issue. How to overcome the challenges of active listening. Personal biases. To overcome personal biases, it's important to approach the conversation with an open mind and a willingness to listen objectively. Emotional reactions. When emotions run high, it's important to take a step back and take deep breaths to calm down before engaging in active listening. Distractions. To overcome distractions, find a quiet place to have the conversation, or use noise-canceling headphones if necessary. Time constraints. To overcome time constraints, prioritize active listening and make time for it. Explain to the other person that you want to give them your full attention and that you may need a few extra minutes to listen actively. Remember, active listening requires effort and practice, but the benefits can be substantial in terms of improved relationships, better decision-making, and more effective communication. Here are some additional tips for overcoming the challenges of active listening. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness can help you stay present and focused on the speaker, even in the face of distractions. Set aside your own agenda. When you're actively listening, it's important to put aside your own goals and focus on understanding the speaker. Use empathy. Try to put yourself in the speaker's shoes and imagine what they're feeling. This can help you understand their perspective and respond more appropriately. Refrain from multitasking. Avoid the temptation to check your phone, email, or do other tasks while you're listening. This can take away from your focus and ability to listen actively. Be patient. Active listening takes time and effort, but with practice, it can become a habit that comes more easily. Be patient with yourself and others as you work to develop your listening skills. In conclusion, active listening is a critical skill that can have a positive impact on all areas of your life. By paying close attention to the speaker, asking questions, and avoiding distractions, you can become a more effective listener and communicate more effectively with others. Thanks for watching SB Talks.